You've now played 100 games in the league. If you could go back and watch your first ever appearance in the league, what would you be saying to yourself, yelling from the stands?
Holy shit.
That's a crazy question.
No, I think it would because I mean, I just remember being a rookie and just being excited if I traveled, if I dressed for a game, and I think I would be like, "Holy shit, like, you're here now. You made it."
We might laugh, we might learn, we might be your games with centerpiece.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Soccer Pod. We've got an incredible episode for you today because we're joined by one of the NWSL's most consistent defenders and a key piece of one of the league's best teams, Kansas City Current's Izzy Rodriguez. Izzy recently reached an incredible milestone, 100 appearances in the NWSL. We'll talk about what that achievement means to her, her journey in the league, how the KC Current has built one of the best environments in women's soccer, and what it's like playing under Flacco, and where she sees the NWSL heading next. Plus, we'll put her through our scouting report powered by ChatGPT and wrap things up with another round to fix the game. So if you're a fan of the NWSL, the KC Current, or just love hearing from some of the best players in the game, you're in the right place. Let's get to it. Here's Izzy Rodriguez. All right, well, welcome, Izzy, to the Soccer Pod. It's so great to see you and have you on finally. Been wanting to for a long time.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I feel like I've grown up with you guys in the forefront of my social media, so it's exciting.
That's awesome. And we saw you were just honored for 100 appearances, right, in the NWSL?
Yes, it makes me feel very old.
Time flies. Well, congrats. That's really exciting. And that was all on the Current, right?
Yeah, which is another crazy thing. I feel like that is a very rare thing to happen, and I'm very grateful for it.
The Current has set the bar really high, and a lot of the teams look up to you guys, just your facilities and your team and your staff and everything. What has it been like to be a part of that environment for so long?
Oh gosh, I am so lucky to be a part of this. I think I've been a part of now 5 groundbreaking ceremonies in the years I've been here because of a training facility, a stadium, all the work they're doing by our stadium now. It's been incredible. I mean, it's made my life extremely easy knowing that I have all these resources. And I know a lot of people are seeing the Ted Lasso stuff, but even just being able to put, I think, the NWSL on a global front like that and paving the way for people, it's so cool to be a part of and just see it grow too. Because I was here when we were still in trailers, kind of waiting for a facility, and then to see it all come to fruition and how much it means to the city too is incredible.
Yeah, how was the Ted Lasso thing? Was that I mean, I'd imagine that that had to be, like, previously set up and you guys knew it was happening.
I knew they were I think we all knew at least they were recording at the stadium and they did, some fake shooting when people weren't there, but I had no idea that they were using our game footage, that we would actually be in it. I didn't know if they would do a fake game or fake goals or whatever it is. So, I actually found out by just getting texts from people being like, "Oh my gosh, we saw you in the episode."
That's really cool. Is there something like behind the scenes that people might not know, like why the team is so successful besides like the amazing facilities and everything? Is there something that you think makes the team really special?
I think the city itself kind of makes this team special too. The community gets behind its sports teams really, really well, and especially with soccer, I think you see it in our stadium with how much our fans come out. But I do think that's a big part of why we want to work so hard, why we want to do the things we do, why our ownership wants to keep pursuing what they're doing off the field as well. It just is showing how much it's appreciated in the community, and I think that just uplifts us even more.
It makes such a difference to have, like, a fan base that is consistently showing up every game, and when you go in a stadium and you can just, like, kind of feel the energy, it really makes a very big difference. And we felt I mean, we've been going to games since the NWSL started, and when some of those stadiums were empty, it's hard. It pulls the energy down, so the teams that consistently have packed stadiums like you guys and the Thorns and everything, when you go and you play at those games, it really brings a whole different energy level to it, and I really do. I can only imagine the difference that that makes too. How have you seen things change at the Current since you've been there? I know you said you're part of, like, groundbreaking ceremonies and stuff, but, like, is there anything, like, noticeable that you've just felt different over the years?
Yeah, I think every year we've somehow upped the professionalism, if that can even happen. I know they've had plans to continue to do that, and from the start wanted it to be just the highest club, the best club in the world. But every year I feel like something changes to make that even better and keep pushing the standard and keep raising the standards. Again, whether that's on the field or off the field, the brand itself, I think, is something that's known all around the world, which is one super incredible and just brings so much awareness to women's sports. But then on the field, I think we're putting together a product that's going to consistently be a top team in the league.
Have you played on teams growing up, I'm curious where you shared the facilities with men's teams, whether that was like in college or
Yeah, definitely everything was shared. So club growing up, we were like a girls boys club, so we used the same fields everywhere. In college, we used the same training facilities, same game fields as the men's team. And sometimes there's like good things about that because you have the support from each other. You kind of feel like you're in it together. But in an aspect of professional sports, I think it makes it really hard to one make schedules, the branding on stadiums. You just don't really feel like it's necessarily your home until you have a place of your own. So I think that's been a huge reason why we're so successful too, is it's ours. Nobody can take it from us. We have a ton of flexibility in what we're doing, whether it's with games or just being able to use the stadium for, I mean, something like Ted Lasso. It's incredible. Like it just makes our lives so much easier.
Speaking of schedules, how do you feel about the new NWSL season change?
The early start coming next year is going to be a little different, but kind of expected with the World Cup and having to take such a big break, and then knowing that we don't really want to play during international breaks, so we're not missing a ton of players. But it'll take an already long season and make it a little bit longer. Playing in the cold is going to be interesting, but I mean, it'll be cool to kind of have it around. I know it's around Super Bowl weekend in LA, which is also kind of cool. So maybe we can feed off of that a bit.
Are you used to playing the cold by now, I guess? Like, do you prefer one climate over another?
I will say, and this might be a hot take, I kind of like the cold a little bit more in a game, especially because then you just can't feel your legs. You can't really feel if they're tired. In the heat, we just played Houston, and was not fun. So I think there's a little bit of give and take. Do I want to not be able to feel my toes? Probably not. But sometimes it has a little bit more of an advantage when you're running a lot.
True.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite and at least favorite place to play away?
Oh gosh. In the summer, anywhere hot. And that honestly pretty much is our entire league. Anytime in the summer is not fun if it's a middle of the day game. Portland growing up, I think, was just great to see. And to play in that stadium for the first time was an incredible feat. It definitely stood up to its expectations. Like the crowd was great. Now I'm just biased. Our stadium is my favorite.
We went to the championship there, and did we go to another game, Alana? I think we've been there a couple times. It's
And we went to
amazing.
like the Challenge Cup or the skills and everything. We've been there a lot.
Definitely. I would love to know, you've established yourself as one of the league's best top outside backs. Do you think you've grown more like tactically since you started, technically, like with confidence? Like what do you think's changed the most from your first season to now?
Definitely the confidence and then the tactically. I think I have been pushed to really be good in the attack and to put myself in attacking positions where I might have not done that earlier on in my career. And I think it's only made me better because I've had to put myself in riskier positions, try things out. And even physically, I feel like it's tested my boundaries to be able to like, you got to get up, but you got to get back too. So I think all of those are things that have improved just because I've had to push myself into the attack more.
Totally.
I'm curious, throughout your journey of playing, when did you feel like your confidence was lowest?
Oh, that's a great question. I think there's a lot of ups and downs, probably a part in every season. You're like, dang, I need something of a pick me up to help me here. College is such a grind to go through. And I think when you're dealing with school, you're dealing with friends, you're also trying to figure out who you are as a person. When soccer isn't going well, because that's usually the thing you can kind of get away from, that's when I think you can kind of hit a low. But I feel like in college, that was probably a point there where when soccer isn't going fully well, and that was my escape from everything, that's when you kind of feel low.
It's very humbling, college soccer. I feel like that tests everyone's confidence, and I don't know if it's just because the environment is so new and there's so many unknowns that you're just like on a little bit of instability, like your foundation is a little unstable. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people would say that confidence low happens for them when they're in college. But I'm curious, just a little follow up to that. What things like helped you establish your confidence? And that's not just like being able to score a banger. Yeah, like that's wonderful. And that feels that's a high that comes after that. But like what truly establishes your inner confidence?
I like to think of myself as a very consistent player. And I think me showing up every day and just doing what I do well every day, obviously there's times to take your risks, but being able to just be a consistent player is something I value a lot. And I think it's taken time for me to realize like there's almost nothing to lose. Just go out there and be yourself, do your thing. It's something I have to remind myself before games. Like, don't worry about making mistakes. Kind of just go out there and act like you have nothing to lose. And I think that's helped with my confidence because I'm just doing it for me at this point then.
So funny because like consistency really should be like the greatest confidence builder, but I think it gets overlooked a lot to just truly show up and do the job every day and not do anything spectacular. Like the spectacular feats were like, yeah, that should help me feel super confident. But like the monotony of being super consistent and being able to be someone that is reliable on really should be a big confidence builder. So I love that perspective. It's time for our Soccer Girl Scouting Report powered by ChatGPT. We've been using ChatGPT Work. It's a new way of working in ChatGPT for bigger, more ambitious projects.
One of the coolest things we've been building is a custom research tool that helps us prep for every interview. Instead of spending hours digging through articles, old interviews, and social media, we can ask ChatGPT to build a complete scouting report on our guests.
Every report gives us 3 underrated career moments, 2 eye-popping stats, 3 interview questions they've probably never been asked before, and the one moment that fans can't stop talking about across social media.
It's become one of our favorite ways to prep because it helps us find stories that don't usually come up in interviews and hopefully makes for a better conversation for all of you. You could put ChatGPT to work on your most ambitious ideas and projects. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode. It's available on Plus and Pro plans.
Now let's see what today's Soccer Girl Scouting Report uncovered.
The first one was you've now played 100 games in the league. If you could go back and watch your first ever appearance in the league, sitting next, like, what would you be saying to yourself, yelling from the stands?
Holy shit.
That's a crazy question.
No, I think it would because I mean, I just remember being a rookie and just being excited if I traveled, if I dressed for a game. And I think not regular season appearance, but the first time I stepped on the field with Kansas City was in the Challenge Cup. And I had family in the stands too, which was pretty surreal and just being able to like take in that moment. But I think I would be like, holy shit, like you're here now. You made it.
If we give you a video of your first NWSL game and your 100th game side by side, what's the biggest difference that we would notice before you even touch the ball?
I would say calmness. I think I'm out there and I'm just having a good time. I was probably scared so much my first game versus now. I feel just relaxed when I get out on the field. I'm ready to go. Know my role, know my job. And another big difference, the minutes are going to be a little different too.
Man, that is the dream to play calm.
Yeah, what do you attribute that to? How do you play calm?
I think it all connects back to just the consistency. Like if I know I can show up and be that player, it doesn't need to be flashy, but I can do my job really well, provide occasional moments of fanciness and whatever it may be, but just be somebody the team can rely on. I think when you feel that about yourself, it's easy to make your team feel that way. So I feel like when I step on the field and just know that I'm good at what I'm going to do, focus on the little things, then it makes me feel a little bit better.
Mhm. Do you think that consistency is why the Current is so successful as a whole? Is it something that like a lot of your players find very valuable?
For sure. And I think the consistency in our work rate too. That's one thing about our team is, we're going to show up and give 110% physically. That's every day in practice. That's every day in a game. That's kind of what Kansas City is as a whole as well too. They're a hardworking city. And I think that's something we've been wanting to emulate, and knowing that we're all going to show up and give that consistent hard work, grit, it shows up on the field.
What do you think makes your system unique? Like Lacko's system as a whole?
First Temwa. I have to say, Temwa is just incredible, and I'm still in awe of her. We've been watching all of her games, and it's just so exciting to see her shine and to see everyone see her shine now too, and get her flowers. But I just think we're always on our front foot. We're consistently looking, whether we're defending or attacking, to score goals, and you can see that in our pressure. I think we don't like to sit back. We like to get after teams, and we want to score a lot of goals. And we also have the grit, though, from front to back, that we don't want to let goals in. I think our forwards probably do some of the most defending out of any team. So I appreciate that as a backline player. But I think all of us together just kind of know our role, and we're going to give 110%.
Yeah, how excited was everyone that Malawi qualified for the World Cup?
So excited. I think our group chat was popping off. I mean, Temwa's had an incredible tournament in general. It's so exciting. And then we're all just so happy for her. Like, we get to see how great she is every day, but now the world is seeing it.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. And it's really cool to see just how much of a baller her sister is too.
Oh, yeah. Imagine them together on like a team here in the NWSL. I would.
That's why I'm like, get Tabitha over here. I'm like,
Yes.
I want to see them like playing on the same team.
Yes, it would be incredible.
Well, I know, and you said it's so nice to see her get her flowers now. Is there a teammate that you think deserves more attention than maybe she has right now, but you're like, oh, next season or later this season, like you think people are going to be like, wow?
Yeah, that's there's so many players because I think we've also had, it's a privilege to be able to say this, but we've been able to rotate players, and when people have gotten hurt, we've had to have people step up and do a lot of the work. So there's a lot of players I think who have stepped into that role. Bailey Feist being one of them. I think she's played a lot of minutes and she does a lot of the nitty gritty work in the midfield. So I think that's something that goes unnoticed. But I would also say Haley Hopkins. I think she's starting to get that a little bit now of that recognition, but she is somebody that I think could outrun almost anybody as well. She's going to get into those tackles. She's going to be in the right place at the right time, and she will do whatever it takes for the team to be successful.
As a defender, what do you think makes this a perfect or the most successful game you can have?
First thing is just you got to be a great defender. You got to win your 1v1 duels, get into some tackles. I mean, I love being able to intercept a pass or forecheck a pass so that attackers aren't expecting. So I think that's the first thing, but just also putting yourself in dangerous spots, especially as an outside back, getting yourself forward. Sometimes it's a lot of running, but you definitely reap the benefits because teams won't be expecting it all the time. So I would say first win your individual duels, but then get yourself in the attack.
Who do you hate going 1v1 against the most?
Oh, I mean, Dabinia is really annoying because obviously you can't even like reach because she'll just meg you. So she's somebody that in the last couple of years it's so hard to defend her. But all of our freaking forwards are insane. I mean, Michelle's got this explosive speed that is just gonna blow by you. Temwa, don't get close to her; she'll spin you. I mean, everybody, Croy, like, never know what she's going to do. So I would say our whole attacking line is just incredibly tough to go against.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
If for a young defender listening, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
I would say some of the attackers, this league has the best attackers in the world. They're fast. Everyone's going to be fast. Everyone's going to be good. And if you can hone in on being a good defender, you're going to thrive in this league. Truly, you're going to withstand a lot of people who might be thrown back there just to test it out. But if you can be a really good defender, I think you'll survive a lot in this league.
What do you do on defense when you're playing a team that has like one very threateningly fast person against you guys? Like, do you all communicate and shift in a way to help the person whose job it is to like really shut that person down?
I do love that about our team. We are a team effort kind of group. We love to make it a 1v2. So if somebody's going at us, you're going to have cover. It's going to come eventually. Help is on the way. So what we always say.
Help is on the way, dear!
This is Doubtfire!
Help is on the way! On the way!
So I think that's the one good thing is you're gonna have moments obviously when you're 1v1 and you gotta put out the fire. But if we can make it anywhere all over the field a 1v2, we're gonna make it happen.
Do you have any other like team mottos or things you say a lot as a team?
Our typical is just our Casey baby, but things pop everywhere. I think new coach Chris came in and started kind of the help is on the way thing. He's got some good one-liners that are thrown in there that it's fantastic. We had like a pump fake that he would do all the time. I don't even know what that was for, but that was part of it. But I think this group just likes to have fun. So one week it might be one thing and the next it's another thing.
I love that. You've seen the NWSL change so much, I'm sure, over the years that you have been playing. But what is one area that you think the NWSL can still improve?
I think telling the story of our players. I think you get to see a few people, but I think there's a lot of really good people in our league that we can continue to showcase, get their name out there, tell their stories. And it only helps be able to show the younger girls, younger boys that there's so many different pathways to get to where we are. So that's just one thing. I think they're doing a great job and they're starting to do that. But if we can continue to showcase all of the amazing players in the league, it's only going to help grow.
I was listening to another podcast that you were on. I want to say it was like Good Times or something. And you guys were talking about how it's so great now that you don't have to be on the national team to have a huge successful career, to have a fan base and everything. Like the league now is so exciting because there's so many amazing players that on each team, and it's just making it like more and more fun to watch. That was a good podcast. So yeah, it is really cool. And I agree though, like telling those stories about the players is only going to help like have the fans grow more and more interested. So what about personal goals? Do you have anything this year or in the next few years that you want to achieve?
Yeah, I would like to continue to be competing to be on the national team. I think that's everyone's dream and to be in there. I think what makes a good individual performance is having great team performances. So focusing first here at Kansas City and making our team as best as we can is only going to help all of us get to that point. But personally, that would be something. But then I'm starting to find, I think, a little bit of a leadership voice coming up in this last year. So continuing to grow that this year and carry it on next year.
What's been like a teammate that you found has been a really good leader?
Yeah. Gosh, that's a few. I'm going to go a little bit at the beginning and then I'll go now. But when I first got here, Sam Ewis was on the team and she was our captain. And I think she's just an incredible human one. But then as a leader, I think she wasn't even on the field too much. And she still was always around, was always making sure us players felt great. Whatever it was, she was there to support. And I think that was a great first year to kind of be around and just see someone of her credibility was able to come in and just help someone like me at the time. So that was incredible. And then since then, I mean, Lola Bont has been our captain since, and I think she's been a great leader to hold all of our standards here, and seeing kind of two different types of leading, but two very effective ways of leading kind of, I think, helped shape what I would want to be.
And what about what are you most excited about off the field now or soon?
Oh, I bought a house last year. So at the end of last year. So this past 6 months has been really fun of just being a homeowner. A lot, but very fun. Like to be able to decorate and now have my own space. So I think that's been fun. Trying to just get out and enjoy, I think, our time when we do have off days. We don't get a lot of them. So being able to do that, I was able to go to a Royals game last night and just kind of experience life as not a professional soccer player.
That's awesome. What's the hardest thing about being a homeowner?
Oh gosh. I mean, currently I don't want to have to go mow my lawn, but I need to do that here
God,
soon.
So do
So
I. It is literally the worst.
When me and Alana lived together after college, we had a lawnmower that it was broken, so you would have to sled push it. This thing was giving you it was back breaking. So now when I have a
Oh,
regular,
and do you remember how many holes of the cord thread to
that was
start?
wild.
Oh, and we would draw straws. We'd draw straws to see who would have to do it. And we would do it so inconsistently that you weren't just trimming
No, it was
the lawn. It was this high by the time you got out there. Oh my God, it was
it is
the
the worst.
worst.
That's how mine is so long right now. I'm looking out this window and it is not looking great.
I think there was someone on your team that flips houses too that we spoke to.
The E-ball actually, if it was either one of them, were my real estate agents when I was doing this. So
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
it was great to have them help me through the process because I was like, oh yeah, I trust you guys to help me through everything. And I would still even call them. I had a snake in my yard and I'm like, please help me. Please get this out of here.
That's awesome. That's really cool. You guys, I feel like that's a reality show in itself. A pro player and a real estate agent, and selling each other houses. I like that. That's very cool.
They're incredible. Those two are incredible people. They are always doing something. I mean, they got pitch side. They're always on the go, and I envy their ability.
That's really cool. Alana, anything more before we do our game?
No, let's do our game.
All right, cool. All right, so this is called Fix the Game. We're going to give you different rules. Yay, keep the rule, or nay, not. You don't want to make that a rule. All right, so substituted players can re-enter once later in the match.
No.
No.
I wish soccer had rotating sub the way hockey is, where they can just never stop.
That'd be
Someone can come
crazy.
off. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
If you could do it that quick, I'm just thinking after sitting for 10, 15 minutes, my body wouldn't want to start again.
Very true.
True.
Referees will explain VAR decisions live over the stadium microphone after every review.
Every VAR review, I wouldn't mind that. But I will just say, yes, I think it's nice when they can explain what it is. Just
Sometimes, yeah, I'm overturned. Why? Yeah.
And last one, teams earn 1 bonus point in the stands for keeping a clean sheet.
Ooh, as a defender, I love that. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking the other day that defenders should also have a stat when they have a clean sheet,
Mhm.
not just the keepers.
Yeah, 1000%.
I'd be
Yes.
so curious to see what defenders have the most clean sheets.
All right, so if you could make any rule and change one thing, for a game, what would it be?
I would like a few extra subs. I think sometimes the 5, if you could have 7, be a little bit nicer. Just add 2 more. little bit of safety net, be helpful so there's not so many 90-minute games all the time, especially with how long our season is, having 2 extra.
Yeah.
Especially with how long your season is. Yeah,
Yeah.
God, you let people rotate more.
Yes.
Well, Izzy, thank you so much for coming on. It was great to get to know you a little more. I'd love to know before we end, what's something that maybe our listeners don't know about you, but you'd want people to know?
Ooh, that's a good one. One thing, more just a shout out, I think if young kids are listening, one piece of advice I would just kind of say is I played a lot of sports growing up. And I think that's something that was super valuable from a young age to at least try everything. I think it helps you also with whatever sport you choose. So I guess maybe they don't know that I played a lot of sports, but then I'd also recommend to a lot of young people out there, please try a lot of sports.
What sports did you play?
Volleyball, basketball, softball, cheerleading, gymnastics, dance, like tried it
Oh,
all as a kid. So
everything.
Wow.
Listen to me, that's where the best athletes come from.
yes.
I'm like, I believe that
Yeah,
100%
it
to be
definitely helps.
well-rounded
It
like that.
1000% helps. And obviously soccer is something I think you should start at a young age because trying to pick it up later in life, feet don't work the same. It's very different.
True.
But I think it definitely helped me. Like you're seeing all these different sports and you can take a little piece from everywhere.
What was if you didn't play soccer, what would have been your second fave?
I loved playing volleyball. I don't think my height would have helped me with it, but it was fun. I could have maybe been a libero, maybe, but
Well, I love that. That's great advice. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was great to chat with you, and we're so excited to see everything you do.
thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Huge thanks to Izzy for joining us, and congratulations again on reaching 100 NWSL appearances. That's an incredible accomplishment, and hopefully many more to come. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with who you'd like to see next on the podcast. And don't forget to follow us across all social media so you never miss an interview, behind the scenes content, or the latest from the world of women's soccer. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
We talking how to solve 'em. We might laugh, we might learn, we might be your games.